Face it, accidents happen. And when they do, you might be looking at expensive repairs and possible injuries. Safe driving can go a long way in keeping you and those around you safe. Here are just 7 common accidents and some tips on how to avoid them. Rear-end collisions are a common reason for auto insurance claims. Whether you are the driver who hits a vehicle in front of you or the driver who gets hit by a vehicle behind you, these accidents can often be avoided. Consider these tips. Keep your distance. Drive far enough behind the car in front of you so that you can stop safely. This is especially true in bad weather. Stay at least 4 seconds behind the vehicle ahead of you and longer if you're in a heavier vehicle. Extend the timing when weather conditions are bad. Drive strategically. Avoid situations that could force you to suddenly use your brakes. If a driver is following you too closely or isn't paying attention, you might get rear-ended. Don't get distracted. Never take your eyes off the road to eat, read a text message, or find your phone. If the driver ahead of you stops suddenly, it only takes a second or less of not paying attention to rear-end their vehicle. And don't drive drowsy. You're more than likely to make driving errors when you're sleepy. Parked car damage. Another common cause of auto damage. Having a parked vehicle hit by another vehicle. Whether you're leaving the bus, in a parking lot, or on some road, take steps to help avoid parked collisions and claims. Here are some suggestions. Go the distance. Don't park in the busiest part of a parking lot. Instead, select a space away from heavy traffic. Maximize the space. Always park in the center of a spot. Reposition your vehicle if it's too close to a parking line. Park street smart. Try not to park near the busiest intersections, tight turns, and driveways. Other drivers may not see your vehicle and could sideswipe it when passing. Single vehicle accidents include collisions with road barriers, debris, and animals, in addition to rollovers and accidents when driving off-road. Here's some suggestions. Drive right for the weather. Even if yours is the only vehicle on the road, on a rainy, snowy, or icy day, drive at speeds that allow you to maintain control. Always pay attention. Just because you're the only person on the road doesn't mean it's okay to text, make hands-on phone calls, and eat while driving. You never know when conditions might change. And don't drive too fast. Simply put, speeding is dangerous, even if there is no one else around you. Number 4, windshield damage. Chips and cracks to vehicle windshields are a common accident that many drivers don't realize they can help prevent. Most windshield damage happens when rocks and stones are thrown up in the air by other vehicles. Help prevent this damage by keeping your distance from cars and trucks. Also, it's a good idea to not drive behind snow plows when they're dropping salt and other granular substances. Some pieces are large enough to cause chips and cracks. Number 5, crashes at intersections. Intersections are another place where accidents frequently occur. Distracted drivers may miss traffic signals, changing from green to yellow and yellow to red, or they don't notice vehicles pausing before making turns. Take a moment after the light turns green to make sure no one is coming through the intersection. Look out for drivers who are speeding to make it through the yellow light on a cross street. And when you're approaching a yellow light, be cautious and don't take chances. Parked vehicle theft. No matter where you park your vehicle, there's always a chance of a break-in. Still, there are some things that you can do to help prevent unnecessary damage to your vehicle. Keep in mind that items stolen from your vehicle could be a loss that you may have to file under your homeowner's insurance coverage. Never leave valuables in a parked vehicle. Having them in view is an invitation to thieves. Take expensive things with you. Never park in dark locations. Instead, find spaces in well-lit areas and plan ahead if you're parking prior to sunset. Backing collisions. Whether you're backing out of a parking spot or out of your driveway, accidents can happen. The best thing you can do to avoid accidents when backing up is to avoid having to back up in the first place. When possible, park in a way where you won't have to back up into traffic, such as pulling through or backing into a parking spot. Here are some other suggestions that you can do. Before getting to your vehicle, look around you to assess the surroundings and traffic patterns. Back out using the shortest, most direct route as possible. Reverse in a straight line, turning only when clear of parked vehicles or other obstructions. And back out slowly when continuing to check traffic around you. Use your mirrors and your brakes until you completely back out of the spot into integrated into traffic. And never do anything distracted while backing out. Someone once said, driving safely may get old, but so do those who practice it. Drive safe.